Confidence is not something that you wait to feel. It is something you build. One decision, one action, one brave step at a time. And today that starts for you. Welcome back, friend. I'm Ileana, and this is video 3 of the confidence series. In video 1, we talked about why confidence fades in midlife. The body changes, the hormonal shifts, the cultural messages that told us that we were becoming less. In video 2, we went deeper into the thoughts and beliefs that quietly eroded, where they come from, and how to start interrupting them. I really encourage you to watch both of those. I will link them right here because each video builds on the last. But today, we're putting it all into action because understanding is powerful. Doing is what actually changes your life. Today, I am giving you 7 tangible, real steps to rebuild your confidence from the ground up, not pretending that you feel something you do not. Real steps backed by research and rooted in the truth of where you actually are right now. Confidence is not something you either have or do not. It is something you build, and you can build it at any age, especially during midlife years. Friend, if you're enjoying this type of content, please make sure to subscribe for more. Let's get into it. As we get into the steps, I want to reframe what we are actually building because I think there's a version of confidence that gets sold to women, one that is loud, performative, fearless. That has nothing to do with what we actually need in this season of life. Real confidence, the kind that lasts, the kind that cannot be taken from you, it's not the absence of fear. It is not even doubting yourself. It's not waking up every morning feeling certain and unstoppable. Real confidence is self trust. It is the quiet, deep knowing that you can handle what comes your way, that you will show up even when it is hard, that you are someone who does what she says she will do. Research shows that confidence is not something that you wait to feel before you act. It actually works the other way around. Every time you show up when it is hard, follow through when you say you would, and do the thing even when you are not sure, you are building proof. Proof that you can handle hard things. Proof that you are someone who follows through. And over time, that proof becomes belief. That belief becomes confidence. You do not feel ready and then start. You start and the confidence grows from there. That is what these 7 steps are designed to create. Small, consistent evidence that you are someone who shows up for herself. And with that, let's start with the first step. Start keeping small promises to yourself. Confidence is built in tiny daily moments where you prove to yourself that you are someone who follows through. Here's what I want you to understand. Every time you make a promise to yourself and keep it, even a small one, you are making a deposit into the self-trust account. And every time you break that promise to yourself, when you say, I will start on Monday, I will start tomorrow. You are making a withdrawal. Most of us in midlife have been making withdrawals for years, not because we are lazy or undisciplined, but because we have been busy being so focused on keeping promises to everyone else that we stopped making and keeping promises to ourselves. So this week, start with one, just one. Something so small it feels almost too easy. Drinking a glass of water before your coffee, walking 15 minutes, writing 3 sentences in your journal, putting your phone down at 9 p.m. It does not matter what it is. What matters is that you choose it and you do it every day. Because every time you do, you send yourself the most powerful message. I matter enough to follow through for myself. So Start with one promise. Keep it for 7 days. Then add another promise. This is how self trust is built slowly, steadily, and keeping one promise at a time. Step two, change how you carry yourself. This one might surprise you, but stay with me because the research on this is fascinating and deeply practical. Social psychologist Amy Cuddy's work at Harvard on body language showed something remarkable, that our posture does not just reflect how we feel, it actually influences how we feel. When you stand up tall, put your shoulders back, and take up space that you deserve, something shifts, not just in how others see you, but in how you feel about yourself. Research has shown that open, expansive posture reduces stress and increases feelings of confidence. Your body is not just reflecting how you feel, it is actively influencing it. When you change how you carry yourself, your brain receives a different signal about who you are and what you are capable of. The body leads and the mind follows. Think about how you have been carrying yourself lately. Are your shoulders rounded forward? Are you making yourself smaller in conversations, crossing your arms, looking away, taking up as little space as possible? Are you apologizing with your body before you even open your mouth? This week, I encourage you to practice this. Every morning before you walk out the door, stand tall, pull your shoulders back, lift your chin, take a slow, deep breath. Not because you feel confident yet, but because your body does not know the difference between performing confidence and feeling it. And I know this will take conscious awareness and practice at first. You will forget. It's okay. Just keep coming back to it. Your posture is not a small thing. It is a daily conversation that you are having with yourself about your own worth. Step three, stop apologizing for existing. This one is for every woman who has ever said sorry before asking a question. Sorry for bothering you. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry, can I just? Sorry. I want you to hear me on this. Every unnecessary apology is your way of saying, I am an inconvenience. I do not deserve to take up space. I need your permission to exist in this room. And we have been doing it for so long that it has become automatic for us. It is just the way we talk, but it's not neutral. Every time we do it, we reinforce the belief that we are less important than the people around us. And that belief erodes confidence from the inside out. So this week, I want you to make one rule for yourself. No apologizing unless you actually done something wrong. If you need to ask a question, ask it. If you need to get past someone, excuse me, not sorry. If you have an opinion, share it. Let me tell you, I am so guilty of this. I've had to implement this rule for myself, and it's a work in progress, just like all of these practices are. This week, pay attention to how many times you start a sentence with sorry. It may shock you. And every time you catch it, pause, reframe, and speak without apology. Step four, speaking up and taking up space. This one goes hand in hand with step three, but this goes further. This is about actively using your voice, not just removing the apologies, but actually showing up and being heard. How many times have you stayed quiet in a conversation when you had something to say? How many times have you had a thought, a question, an opinion, and talked yourself out of sharing it just because you were not sure it was worth saying? Because you were afraid of how it would land, because somewhere along the way you decided that other people's words matter more than yours. Staying quiet does not make you humble. It makes you invisible. And invisible is the opposite of confident. This week, I want to challenge yourself to speak up at least once a day in a conversation. Share your opinion without needing to qualify it. In a meeting, ask the question you have been holding back. At dinner, say what you actually think instead of what you think everyone else wants to hear. Start small, but start. Here's what I have learned and what you will learn as well. Most of the time, when you speak, people listen, not because you have the perfect words, but because you chose to use your voice. And every time you do, you prove to yourself that your voice matters. And that, my friend, is confidence growing in real time. Step 5, dress like someone who respects herself. This one might feel superficial. This has nothing to do with fashion. This is about intention and the signal that you send yourself every single morning when you get up and dressed. When we are in a season of low confidence, our clothing often reflects it. We reach for the same worn out, comfortable things, not because they make us feel good, but because we have decided we are not worth the effort. We are not going anywhere important. So we do not need to look in a certain way. But here's the thing, how we dress affects how we feel, and how we feel affects how we show up. When you put on something that makes you feel put together, something that says, I care about myself today, your brain takes the signal seriously. You stand differently, you walk differently, you engage differently. This is not about expensive clothes or a full wardrobe overhaul. It is about choosing every morning to dress like someone who matters. Dress like the woman that you are becoming and watch how it changes the way that you move through your day. Step 6, protect your energy and your people. Confidence cannot be built in an environment that constantly tears it down. And yes, so many of us have been so conditioned to stay, to give, to accommodate that we have never stopped to ask what it is costing us. So I want you to look honestly at the people in your life. Who makes you feel more like yourself when you leave them? Who celebrates who you are becoming and speaks to you with respect? Spend more time with those people. Protect that energy fiercely. And then, who makes you feel small, who dismisses your goals, or leaves you feeling depleted every time you're around them? You may not be able to remove those people entirely, but you can be far more intentional about how much of yourself you give to those interactions. Research consistently shows that the quality of our relationships is one of the strongest predictors of our confidence and overall well being. So, we are deeply shaped by the people that we spend the most time with. Choosing them intentionally is not selfish, it is one of the most powerful acts of self care there is. Find your people, even one woman who sees you clearly and believes in what you are building. That kind of support changes everything for you. And finally, give yourself credit every single day. This one might be one of the most transformative of all 7. It is one that we are worst at. We are excellent at replaying our failures, but our wins, the brave moments, the hard conversations, the times we showed up regardless of how we were feeling in those moments, those we let pass without a word. And that has to change because your brain is always collecting evidence for who you are. If the only evidence that you are giving it is where you fell short, that is the story it will keep telling you. So at the end of the day, each day this week, write down one thing the old doubting version of you would have talked herself out. One moment of courage, one boundary held, one step taken despite the fear. You can do this in a journal or start a simple win list on your phone. Whatever works for you, and then say it out loud. This is who I am becoming. The woman that you are becoming deserves to be acknowledged, not when everything is perfect, right now, today, for every small, imperfect, brave step she is taking. Your brain is listening. Give it the right evidence. Friend, here's what I want you to take away from today's lesson. Rebuilding confidence in midlife is not about becoming someone new. It's about consciously allowing yourself to become the woman that you have always been capable of being, fully, unapologetically, on your own terms. And listen, you do not have to have all of the 7 steps at once. Just start with one, the one that spoke to you most today. Start there. Do it consistently this week because that is how confidence grows. Not in one grand moment, but in the quiet accumulation of days where you chose yourself, where you showed up, where you kept the promise. One small, consistent step at a time adds up to the woman who no longer recognizes the version of herself who used to shrink. I've created a free PDF to go with this lesson today for you to download. Click on the link on the description. Friend, if this video gave you something real today, please share it with one woman in your life who needs to hear it. And tell me in the comments below, which of these 7 steps are you starting with? I read every one of your comments and I'm cheering for you. And please remember, you are not too old, it is not too late, and you are not behind. You are right on time for the life that you are creating. I will see you in video 4. Take good care of yourself and go be unstoppable. Bye, friend.